Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, oh Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, oh Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
May come for Krishna to wake the love of God. May come for Krishna to wake the love of God. May come for Krishna for true liberation. May come for Krishna for sweet sensation. May come for Krishna to release anxiety. May come for Krishna to support humanity. May come for Krishna to reach my pleasure. May pleasure to reach my pleasure. Krishna Govinda Gopala, Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala, Krishna Murali Manohare Nandalala, Krishna Murali Manohare Nandalala.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodhanandana Brajajana Randana. Yasodhanandana Brajajana Randana. Yamuna Tiro Manachadi. Yamuna Tiro Manachadi. Jaya Radha Madhava Kundabihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kundabihari. Jai Swami Sabridbhai Acharya Sukhavishya Small Ram Saraswati Swami Bhagavad Jai Nanda Gori Vaishnava Jai Ramacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Jai Names of the whole Sri Krishna Sri Radha Krishna Bhogavna Sam Kanda Radha Kanda Giri Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Guru Dwarka Dham Ki Jai Swami the Bhakti Ki Jai all glories to the all glories to the Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna all devotees. Please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Great Deva, glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your lotus feet. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, I think I will be playing a little bit of bhajan till we wait for Maharaj.
Okay. No problem.
Yes, and and please prepare in case he is unable to come, then you may speak, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think he's
Thank
there.
you. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for coming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Krishna Arnavas.
Hare Krishna Jai, all glories to your
Hare
lotus
Krishna.
feet, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, so can I put the verse on the screen so we start?
Yes. Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Maharaj. Okay, Maharaj, you may start.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayam Namakristya Naram Cheva Narotamam Devim Saravatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayeshu Habadrishu Tityam Bhagavatasya Vaya Bhagavatyutamastoke Bhakti Bhavatinasti. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 24. Titled, The Passing Away of Bhishmadev in the Presence of Lord Krishna. Sadhiva Divo Bhagavan Pratikshatam Kalevaram Yavatsidam Nomiyaham Ashana Asavuna Lokano Dasan Mukambhoja Yana Patas Chaturbuja Sa I Deva Deva, the Supreme Lord of the Lords, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Pratikshatam, may kindly wait, Kalevaram, body, Yavat, as long as Idam, this material body, Inomi, may quit, Aham, I, Prashana, cheerful, Asa, smiling, Runaluchana, eyes red like the morning sun, Ulasats, beautifully decorated, Mukha Ambuja, the lotus flower of his face, Jhana Patha, in the path of my meditation, Chaturbuja, the four-handed form of Narayan, the worshipable deity of Bhishmadeva. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charvindam, Srila Prabhupada Marathi. May my Lord, who is four-handed and whose beautifully decorated lotus and whose beautifully decorated lotus face, with eyes as red as the rising sun, is smiling, kindly await me at the moment when I quit this material body. But Bhishmadev knew well that Lord Krishna is the original Narayan. His worshipable deity was four-handed Narayan, but he knew that four-handed Narayan is a plenary expansion of Lord Krishna. Directly, he desired Lord Sri Krishna to manifest himself in his four-handed figure of Narayan. A Vaishnava is always humble in his behavior. Although it was 100% certain that Bhishmadev was approaching Vaikuntha Dham just after leaving his material body, still, as a humble Vaishnava, he desired to see the beautiful face of the Lord. For after quitting the present body, he might not be in a position to see the Lord anymore. A Vaishnava is not puffed up, although the Lord guarantees his pure devotees entrance into his abode. Here, Bhishmadev says, as long as I do not quit this body, this means that the great general will quit his body by his own will. He was not being forced by the laws of nature. He was so powerful that he could stay in his body as long as he desired. He got his benediction from his father. He desired that the Lord stay before him in his four-handed Narayan feature, so that he might concentrate upon him and thus be in trance in that meditation. Then his mind might be sanctified with thinking of the Lord. Thus, he did not mind wherever he might go. A pure devotee is never very anxious to go back to the kingdom of God. He entirely depends on the good will of the Lord. He is equally satisfied, even if the Lord desired him to go to hell. The only desire that a pure devotee entertains is that he may always be in rapt attention with thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord, regardless. Bhishmadev wanted this much only, that his mind be absorbed in thinking of the Lord, and that he passed away thus. That is the highest ambition of a pure devotee. Om Janam Timaradasya Jana Jana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Mina Tasmashko Ravinamaha He Krishna Karuna Sandhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radhakantana Tapchikana Gurangi Rate Visavana Suvare Brisavana Suchedevi Pranamani Hare Vanchakalvatam Jascha Kripa Samagahe Vacha Patitanam Pavanvidyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Tirtha Swami Namine Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Stapane Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Namine Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarvasdevi Gauravani Prachani Nirvese Sasonyavadi Vatsachare Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Kaloti Vachanam Bangam Nagate Tat Kripatataham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, that's 24th, passing away of Bhishmadev in the presence of Lord Krishna. So first of all, I would like to thank all devotees Vaishnavas, especially His Holiness Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Maharaj, His Grace Srivadas Manatari, and all the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis in the world and especially in West Africa. Thank you for your blessing and assistance. We'll be able to deliver something meaningful. Hare Krishna. Yes, so we are still on this chapter. Bhishmadev leaving the planet, the body. Yeah, some interesting points are here that Bhishmadev knew very well that Lord Krishna is original Narayan. Bhishmadev knew well that Lord Krishna is the original Narayan. His worshipable deity was 400 Narayan, but he knew that 400 Narayan is a plenary expression of the Lord, and directly he desired Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, to manifest himself in 450 Narayan. A Vaishnava is always humble in his behavior. Although he was 100% certain that Bhishmadev was approaching Vaikuntha Dham just after leaving his material body, still, as a humble Vaishnava, he desired to see the Lord face to face. Well, Krishna has many forms, many expansions. But we all know that the 200 form in Goloka Vrindavan is the original form, and is in his association with the Srimati Radharani, the Gopis, the Gopas in Goloka Vrindavan. Yeah, the other forms, well, they are all Krishna's form, no problem. But the original form is best in terms of relationship, intimate relationship with Krishna. It is said that Krishna has 4, things that the other form, when Vishnu, Narayan, Shiva, and whatever, they don't have. Krishna has is 100% God. Narayan, Vishnu, Narayan is let's say 96% God. So there are 4 points missing. Krishna has 4 more. Yes, Krishna is Venu Maduram. Venu Maduram is the flutes that attracts everyone in the universe. Venu Maduram. Krishna also is number 2. Krishna is Bhakta Maduram. He is surrounded by very wonderful devotees, very wonderful bhaktas, Narada Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva, and so on. Many wonderful Vaishnavas. And is also, third point is Leela Maduram. He has very beautiful, very interesting pastime that can attract the mind. The problem of the mind is that we are trying to show to the mind so many things in this material world, but until the minds get attracted by that beautiful form of Lord Krishna, the man cannot fully detach from those so-called beautiful things in this material world. So Leela Maduram. So Krishna has different wonderful leelas in its different forms. Ramachandra, like that. Yeah. And fourth is Rupa Maduram. Rupa Maduram is form. It's Rupa is very intoxicating. Very intoxicating. The gopis and the gopas and the Srimati Radharani, they cannot live a moment without drinking the beauty of Lord Krishna with the eyes. In fact, the gopis one time said, Lord Brahma is this foolish creator that what is blinking eyes is disturbing them. They want to see Krishna every day, every second. Not blinking eyes, just disturbing. You see? So, and one time the gopis, in the nectar devotion, that story is there. They were Krishna disappeared during the Rasa Leela, that's a dance. Sometimes it disappeared. So they were really like mad. They wanted to see Krishna. The Srimati Radharani, she would see a Arjun tree. Arjun tree is a blue, like like Krishna. So she went and embraced, that tree, thinking that it's Krishna. Asking, talking to the bumblebees because they are Madhu, Krishna is Madhusudan. So, and the gopis, they met while searching for Krishna. They met Narayan. Then they greeted him. Oh, Namo Narayan. Please, dear Narayan, please accept our homage, our obeisances. Have you seen Lord Krishna? See, the gopis, they met Narayan, Lord Narayan, 400. But still, they asked him, did you see Krishna? Because the forehand, Lord is not very attractive for them. One or two form. Yeah. Even when Krishna was born, he manifested with his full potency, as forehand, holding a conchal roti flower, the chakra, like that. But his mother asked, please be a normal child, because forehand is not normal, according to our human perception. Forehand person is like I don't know, a wish, something like that. So they asked, yes, did you see Narayan? Krishna, because they were not attracted by that form. Well, not that that form is not good. It's Krishna also, but in terms of relationship, intimate relationship, you can, for instance, Nrsimhadev has many terms. If you want to do worship arati of the universal form, for instance, how many instances can you use to satisfy all these different form, universal form? Nrsimhadev also very fearful form. So devotees, they prefer that form of Krishna with flute, very beautiful, lotus eyes, peacock fan on the head, stand like a default. Yes, that form. But here, Bhishma Dev, he know all these things. Why? Because he's humble, because of humility. He doesn't want to pretend that, yes, I'm a pure devotee. I'm sure I'm going to meet my Lord after I quit this body. No. Rather, he took very humble position. Yes. I want to see my Lord in his 400, his form. And he said also that although it was 100% certain that Bhishma Dev was approaching Vaikuntha just after his leaving his body, material body, still as a humble Vaishnava, he desired to see the beautiful face of the Lord after quitting the present body. He might not be in position for, after quitting the present body, he might not be in a position to see the Lord anymore. Why? You see, if you are a pure devotee, after you quit your body, you are going to meet him and continue the devotional service there. Actually, here we are trying. We are trying to serve the Lord through the Archa Vigraha, the form of deities in the temple. We are like apprentices. We are trying to serve the Lord. Do a lot of mistakes, but as time goes, then We move from Kanista to Madhyam to Uttam, like that. Then become pure devotee. So a pure devotee, it is guaranteed that he is going back, Godhead, to continue his service. But here, Bhishma Dev is, because he's humble, he said, I may not be able to see my Lord after I quit my body. But he said, Papa said that it is, although it was 100%, certain, it was certain. When something is certain, meaning it's going to happen. It is certain, certainly it's going to happen. So Bhishma Dev was certainly going back by Kunta, going back to Godhead. But because of humility, you want to see that form, 400 forms. And that's the mood, actually, that's the mood of devotees that was expressed in the Sishtakam by Sri Chaitanya Prabhu, the last prayer, that Lord Krishna can handle me roughly by his embrace, or make me broken hearted by not being present before me. He always is my worshipable Lord. So devotees are ready to serve the Lord in any situation. They don't command. Actually, it is said that Krishna, it does not keep very easily Krishna Prema, because when you have Krishna Prema, you can control Krishna. He can easily give Bhakti, Siddhi, no problem. But Krishna Prema, no, very, very difficult. Very difficult, very rare, actually, very, very rare. Because we can control. Krishna is a Ajit, yes, Krishna cannot be conquered, but it's conquered by pure devotional service. Yeah. So the Bhishma Dev is just expressing humility. We know the story how he became Bhishma, he make a vow, powerful vow, terrible vow. That's why he got the name Bhishma. Vow of Brahmacharya. No? So there's no doubt that he's a pure devotee, but just because he want to be humble. So he said that I might not, it's not sure that I will meet my Lord. It is sure. It is certain. And again, in the purport, Prabhupada said that Bhishma Dev says, as long as I do not quit his body, mean he was sure that he will quit the body by his own will, not forced by the laws of nature. So we have three types of devotees. We have the Nitya Siddhas, we have Kripa Siddhas, and we have Sadhana Siddhas. The Nitya Siddhas, they are those devotees who come in this world already liberated. Yeah, actually, they are coming for a purpose, for a mission. They are already liberated. Nitya Siddhas. So they can quit the body as a wish. And we have Kripa Siddhas, those who can attain affection by the unmotivated mercy of Krishna or from a pure devotee. And we have the Sadhana Siddhas, who can attain perfection through the practice of sadhana. So first we do Vaidhi sadhana, Bhakti, with rules and regulation. Then we go to spontaneous Ragunga Bhakti. Like that. So these are the three types of people coming in this world, devotees. Nitya Siddhas, Kripa Siddhas, and Sadhana Siddhas. But one time Prabhupada said that it is not that because there is Kripa Siddhas, Krishna just decided to liberate someone on his own will. So don't wait for that. What is concerned us in general is a sadhana siddha. Yeah, sadhana siddha must practice sadhana seriously as sadhaka, then gradually attain perfection and go back for it. So Bhishmadev, he has the power to quit the body. By his own. Living the body is something very fearful. People fear death. Living the body is very, very dramatic for many people. But here, Bhishmadev, he knows, he's sure that he wants to quit the body as his free will. Nothing's forcing him. Because we generally people come to this world based on their past karma. Based on their past karma, we can decide something. We can choose. Yes, we can choose. Our a job, a business, a car, a house, a dress, a shoe, a watch. We can choose those kind of things. But what we cannot choose is our parents, our country in which we are born. We cannot choose. Before you know, you are born in a certain country, certain continent, from certain parents. We didn't choose that. You cannot choose. Then who would decide that? It's Krishna. And the law of karma, which is associated the demigods. They decide. Yeah. We can choose our work, as I said, our wife, our husband, our car, our house, so many things we can choose, but we cannot choose we cannot select our beauty. We cannot select our father, our mother, ourselves. We cannot select our intelligence. We cannot decide when and how to take birth. And we cannot decide when and how to die. That we cannot do. Because we are ordinarily living with this. But Krishna, pure devotees, they can decide. And he said he got this blessing, that blessing from his father. Yeah. Actually, so this kind of devotees, they are persons, they are called Jiva Mukta. They are already liberated while in this physical body. They are in the body, but they are already liberated. They are not struggling with the senses like ordinary people. They are already liberated, Jiva Muktas. And in the purport, some place also it said, then his mind might be sanctified with thinking of the Lord. He did not mind whatever might go. Yeah. So it's like can we just give the example? Is all over the world, they collected so much money to continue is cure, But at the point he said no, stop. So the money you have collected, use it for for other service, And some of his god brothers told him, yes, Maharaj, why don't you go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, Kurukshetra, whatever, to leave the body there? He said no. He preferred to stay in Gita Nagari. That was Gita Nagari, right? In Gita Nagari, surrounded by his disciples and friends, the gurus also. He decided. Why? Because what is different of a pure devotee and those who are not pure devotees. The pure devotees, they know where they're going. They know the path, where to go. That's why when not pure devotee, not the devotee who are not pure or advanced, very advanced, when they leave the body, they do cremation. Why? Because it said that the tendency of the soul is to move around, because that phenomena of death is very difficult to understand, especially when people die with a shock, big shock, a very serious accident. If you see your body out, the soul out of the body is just there, but you don't understand what is going on. You try to enter back into the body, but it's not possible. So the tendency is to move around. That's why we have so many ghosts in Africa, all over the world. We have some ghosts because the subtle body is refusing to accept the reality. So it doesn't want to go. So imagine when you burn the body, when you cremate the body, there's no source of attachment. Then you say, okay, anyway, I must go. Then he has to continue his destination, his way from his next destination. That pure devotees, because the mind is already fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna. Yes, you can leave the body at any place, anyhow, anytime. Yes, they can do that. So Bhimadev is the one type of person. So then his mind might be sanctified with the thinking of Lord. He did not mind wherever he might go. Yeah. A pure devotee. And it is there is one that's a nice song from Bhakti Thakur. Manasa Diha Geha is from Saranagati. Very interesting. When you read it, it's very, very nice. It shows the type of consciousness of pure devotees. Verse 1 says, Manasa Diha Geho Geho Jokishu Moho Apilu Twa Pade Nandagishu. Mind, body, and family, whatever may be mind, I have surrendered at your lotus feet, O youthful son of Nanda Maharaj. Sampade Vipade Jivane Marane Dei Mama Vera Tuao Pada Barane. In good fortune or in bad, in life or at death, all my difficulties have disappeared by choosing those feet of yours as my only shelter. Maharobi Rakubi Do Cha Dohara Nityadasa Pratitwa Adhikara. Slay me or protect me as you wish, for you are the master of your eternal servant. Janmo bi mohe icha chadithor bhakta grihe jani janma how more. If it is your will that I be born again, then may it be in the home of your devotee. Kita janma how jata twadas Bahimuka Brahma Janme Yas. May I be born again, even as a worm. Yeah, as a worm. As long as I may remain your devotee, I have no desire to be born as Brahma, as first to you. Yeah. And you can say, I yearn for the company of that devotee who is completely devoid of all desire for worldly enjoyment or liberation. Yeah. So you see from this song, you can see that Bhimadev, he does not even care. He doesn't care where he's going to go after quitting the body. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. Because he's a pure devotee. He knows very well that Krishna will take care. So doesn't mind. That's why I give the example of Guru Deva. He knew. Because actually Srila Prabhupada blessed him. Srila Prabhupada said, bless him that you will attain perfection in this life. And Gurudev, having his black body, he entered Jagannath Puri, in Puri, in India, which is very rare. One pujari just hold his hand and took it face to face, Lord Jagannath. Black body, because Prabhupada blessed him because of was so much absorbed in book distribution, very dynamic. So he got a blessing. So no fear, he knew. So pure devotees, they don't care where they're going after they leave the body. No. Krishna can decide. That's Krishna's business. And again, in the Prabhupada, it said that a pure devotee is never very anxious to go back to the kingdom of God. Yeah. Actually, in the Nectar of Devotion, it is described the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. You can just select the 3 first. No? The characteristic of pure devotional service. Yeah. First one is klesha agni, klesha agni, klesha. Klesha means difficulties, problems, sufferings. Adibodhi klesha, adidivik klesha, adhyatmika klesha. The 3 types of kleshas. As soon as you practice very pure, very advanced, devotion service, automatically those 3 things disappear. Sometimes we ask ourselves, why am I a devotee for many years? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I'm still suffering, still struggling, very hard. Yeah, because that devotion is not pure. It's not pure. That devotion is mixed. Mishra Bhakti, Jana Mishra Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti. It's mixed with some other material desires. But pure devotion service, as soon as start, then the 3 miseries, the kleshas disappear. Second one is Shubhada, all auspicious. Auspicious because the Shubhada means it attracts all the good living entities, the angels, the demigods, Krishna himself, the sages, the acharyas, and they bring beauty, bring strength, bring wealth, education, good life. Shubhada. Everything is auspicious. When you are a devotee, it says the pure devotees, they are followed by the 33 millions of demigods. Whatever they want, those devotees, demigod, they are ready to serve pure devotee. So a pure devotee does not care, So as a pure devotee, he is never very anxious to go back to the kingdom because already. And another one is the third one is Moksha Laguta Krit. Third one, the Moksha Laguta Krit. Yes, thank you very much, Prabhuji. Yeah. Third one is Moksha Laguta Krit. Is bring transcendental pleasure. Moksha Laguta Krit. Moksha means it derives liberation. So we have 5 types of liberation. Mukti. The first one is not good. Devotees don't want that. That is a Saruja Mukti, to merge in the body of the Lord. It's not good. The other one is Salokya Mukti, is living the same planets of Krishna. Third one is Sarupya, having the same bodily feature like Krishna. And Vaikuntha, all of them, they are blue. Of Krishna. And the last one is Samipya. So being is a constant association of the Lord. So when you look at those, things very well, it's like devotees have them already. When we look at the life of devotees, Krishna wears dhoti, although his dhoti is yellow, but devotees we have either saffron dhoti or white dhoti, kurta and tilak, everything, like Krishna. The Mataji, our Mataji, the West sari like gopis and Srimati Radharani, like that. And living in the temple, whatever Krishna eats, we also eat. Actually, living in the temple, Krishna is there. Unless we don't believe that the deities are Krishna himself in the form of Achavigraha. Yeah, when we are Kanista, we don't believe. But actually, Krishna is living in the altar, in the temple. So we are living in the same abode with Krishna. And we are sharing the same openness. Whatever we offer to Krishna, they will take the remnants. Very soon we are going to celebrate, Balaram Purnima, Janmashtami. We are going to offer at least 100 very special, food items. When we offer them, we throw them away? No, we eat that. So we are sharing the same, same openness of Krishna. So devotees are already enjoying the presence of Krishna. So it's not very anxious to going back. Going back is the kind of mentality of neophytes, because they don't feel the joy now in the devotional service. So they think that when they leave the body, then they're going to enjoy. This is a kind of Christian mentality, religious mentality. They want to go to heaven before they start enjoying. But Lord presence bring joy right now, right now. Susukam Katuma Viham, devotional service. Joyfully, it's very blissful. And it's bringing more pleasure. Devotees, they get more pleasure in serving the Lord than try to get another. It is said in the third canto that we have devotional service in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, in the mode of goodness. So devotional service in the mode of goodness, ignorance and passion, we have what is called, we are separatists. We separate our interest from the interest of Krishna. We have an agenda, although we are serving Krishna, but we have a secret agenda, different from Krishna's agenda. If we are devotees, is the Kanista and the devotional service in the mode of ignorance and in the mode of passion. Like that. See, it is said that the three last obstacles that wait the devotees, they are Labha, Pratishta, Labha and Puja. Pratishta, Labha, Puja. Pratishta, Labha, Puja means devotees some tendency to to enjoy the facility while we are in a devotional environment. We enjoy the facilities. Puja means the tendency to be worshipped. They don't know that I'm a senior devotee, I'm an advanced devotee, I'm a Prabhuji. We want respect. Like that. But when we are devotee already, we are enjoying the kingdom of God already. Yeah, because it's temple. There's no different from. It's actually said that third canto that those who think that the murti of Krishna in the temple is different from Krishna's in Goloka Vrindavan, they are Kanistas. Yeah. So as I said before, Krishna, they're not interested. The pure devotees are not interested in Bhakti Mukti Siddhi. Bhakti, material opulence, not interested. Mukti, liberation. When Dhruva Maharaj was quitting the body, Mukti Devi was waiting for him. Same with Jamila. When you are pure devotee, Mukti Devi, she's always come and stand at your door. Please, I'm ready. Let's go. But no, devotee is not interested in Mukti, because by practicing devotional service, actually, we are already liberated. That is secret. A devotee is already liberated. So you don't need a second liberation. The real meaning of liberation means to stop ourselves to be slave of matter. That's a real liberation. Our senses become controlled in such a way that you cannot take in other things except Krishna. Become fully absorbed. Fully absorbed. And those who are not interested in mukti and siddhis, mystic powers. And then in the last point of the verse, it said in the purport, is equally satisfied, even if the Lord desire him to go to hell. Yeah, if the Lord desire him to go to hell, he's ready. Yes. It is like that story in the Bible when Lord God asked Abraham to sacrifice his only son, unique son. You know, he struggled very hard to get that son at the last part of his life. You know, so God came to ask him, give me, sacrifice this son, only one. And there's no guarantee that he's going to get another one. Why did not refuse? You know, killing is not good. But he knew that who is asking me this thing? It is God himself. Which means there is a plan B behind. I am sure if it were another person, he would have argued with God. Look, why I've served you so many years with my life. You know, the only baby, the only son I have, you want to take it? Are you serious? Are you really God? You ask this question. But he decided to obey. What happened? You know this, we know this story. So the same thing also, Bali Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, you know, he could not satisfy, Vamandev. So the third step of Krishna, of Vamandev, put on his head and push it down in the Village Palace. And Krishna became his gatekeeper. Is it hell? Is it really hell? No. Yeah. So, and I want to end here with this one last story that all devotees know, that the story of the gopis, story of Krishna having headache, and Narada Muni was in charge to get some sound from the feet of devotees. All the big devotees, they refused. Shiva, all of them, they refused. Then Narada Muni was helpless. Oh, Krishna is suffering with headache. So anyway, let me go to Braja. They met the gopis. They say, look, Krishna is having headache. We need the sound, the dust from your feet to cure his headache. So the gopis said, okay. Then they took a golden plate. Then gopis, they don't wear shoe. They don't wear shoe, very expensive shoe. No, they don't have. So they okay, and already the feet are full of dust. So they remove that dust and put on the golden plate, give it to the Narada. Then okay, go and give it to Krishna, so that I can cure. But when Narada Muni was going, and the question came to his mind, hey, look, are they serious, these gopis? Why? Shiva refused. All these big devotees refused. Who are you to give the dust of your feet to Krishna? Put it on Krishna's head. Do you know that you are going to hell if you do that? Then the gopis say, well, we are ready. We are fully ready to go to hell. If Krishna can get cured, that's our business. That's our satisfaction. We are ready to go to hell now. You see. So what is hell for a devotee? When there is no Krishna, it's hell. What is Vaikuntha for a devotee? Where is Krishna? It is said in this Vedic scripture that a house, beautiful house, you even can get the marble from Italy, or the best marble from the best country, most expensive marble in that house. But if there is no worship of Krishna, that house It's like crematorium. But if you have a very poor hot smoke, house, when it rains, the the roof is not good, then the water can wet everybody in that house. But you worship Krishna in that house. That house is a Vaikuntha. So hell, Vaikuntha depend on the consciousness. So the gopis, they say, well, if we can, with the dot of our feet can get Krishna we cured.
Maharaj, we can't hear you. You have to unmute.
Oh, it's okay. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will
Okay.
stop here. If you have some few comments and few questions.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the wonderful, and there's lots of information, but Kavikrana Pura Prabhu has a sense up, so he'll be the first to go. Sri Kavi.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, thank you very much for a wonderful time and lecture. Try to put us through about pure devotional service. So, but when you were speaking in the beginning, you were talking about how devotees, they are not interested in liberation. They're just interested in pure devotional service to be with Krishna. Then the last story you cited looks a little bit contradictory, that devotees, they are even ready to go to hell just to make Krishna happy. But now my question is like this now, because now I'm a kind of person now who is, will I say I'm observing things around, just things as things going around us and around me in ISKCON? Because I remember when our previous acharyas, like His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj, they were very eager, just like the story you cited, to risk their life, to go to Russia, to preach, and so many other risks they took for Prabhupada to spread this movement. But nowadays, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing devotees taking that inconvenience to preach, and the fear that is here is that the ones that are coming after us, they are watching us very closely, and whatever we are doing, like Bhagavad Gita says, that what a great man does, common man will follow. And my fear now is that I don't know what is going to happen to the future of preaching movement, because I don't see us taking that extra mind to bring new people. Although, okay, yes, it's good, we want to preach to the old ones, encourage the old ones going, but I don't see us strategizing to preach to the new people. So what is our future? What is our hope? Maharaj?
Yes. Yes, actually it's a real concern for all of us. It's a fact that when Srila Prabhupada was on the planet, his disciples, they were very, very, very enthusiastic. Now their mother now are getting old. Some of them are quitting the body one by one, and your concern is really very serious. Though, well, you see, Kali Yuga also is advancing, it's progressing, and the Kaliba, the type of devotees is going to have in the presence of Srila Prabhupada. I'm not saying that we don't have pure devotees anymore, but the situation has changed a lot, because the world is also progressing. Material advancement is progressing a lot, and devotees are getting more and more attracted to things around. So it is, and the ISKCON also has grown so much, so many places to go. So some places not the devotees do not have access to those places, and the material desires also is progressing a lot. So, well, what to do? It is not, the observation is very good, but someone who is very, just like I'll give you an example. You are in a hospital, and many people are dying around you. You are hospitalized. But it's not because people are, leaving the body around you that you will say, okay, well, anyway, people are leaving the body, so I also wait. If you can still take your medicine properly, follow the instruction of your doctor, then okay, try your best. See, so it's not because you are observing those things that we get discouraged. We should continue. We should continue. And see, and one thing also, Gurudev said, Bhakti Maharaj, that when people complain to him that this devotee, that devotee is not good, then he say, okay, what that devotee cannot do, you do it. Yeah. So it takes a moment to decide that, yes, I want to become very strong, very dynamic, like Bhakti Maharaj or whatever, or any other guru. Yeah. So observation is right, it's a fact, but we should not get discouraged. Must still try our best. And don't forget also that Kali Yuga also is progressing. We are facing age of quarrel, hypocrisy, and illusion. We are practicing Krishna consciousness in this period, not favorable. We are not Satya Yuga now, we are in Kali Yuga. Yeah. So Kali Yuga is very strong. And he said, because in the beginning, in the forest of Namisrayana, when the sages, they were doing this yagya for 1,000 years, asking questions to Sonakari, Sutta Goswami, for them to reduce the effects of Kali Yuga. So he said that whatever there is a continuous, Bhagavan Kata, Krishna Kata, the effect of Kali cannot enter there. Yeah. So I think there is some lacking also. Many devotees, we are lacking this. Now, Bhagavatam class is optional. If I like, I can go. Kirtan is optional. Japa, we are not doing Japa like before. That's why Gurudev used to say, you must rejoin ISKCON. Because when you join ISKCON in the beginning, we're very, very, very humble, very enthusiastic. But now, this enthusiasm is going down gradually. Why? So we need to wake up. It's good that we are observing that, but not just observe. It's time now to stop observing and wake up and go back to our original taste in Krishna consciousness. I remember all of us when we joined in ISKCON, in the beginning, we're very, very, very enthusiastic. But as time goes on, that enthusiasm is burned out.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Yes, just like what you said, yes, I'm observing and I have to do my own part. But what I'm trying to say is that also you mentioned that Kali Yoga is becoming more and more stronger, which is very right. So you are our leaders. What are you thinking? What are the things you are trying to put in place to really like Prabhupada saw that Kali Yoga was strong and he went out of his way to come to America. So what are the things that we the leaders are trying to put in place to really help to curb the effect of Kali Yoga? Because that is why we are the leaders, So I hope you get my point. Yes, Kali Yoga is strong. I have to do my own, but some people are strategically placed. What are they doing? What are they thinking? How dynamic are they doing to really curb the effect of Kali Yoga in their specific area? I think that is where my point is directing.
Yes. See, there is we cannot create another form of devotional service different from Srila Prabhupada. We should apply the same thing that Srila Prabhupada used. Srila Prabhupada used weapons like kirtan, prasad, book distribution, and like that. So this same weapons we must apply. We are not going to choose different weapons, the same weapons, but we are still using the same weapon. But I'm saying that the dynamic and the enthusiasm also is lacking. Because Prabhupada is different. Prabhupada is an acharya. Yeah, we cannot compare ourselves to Srila Prabhupada. So we try our best. But let's hope that with efforts, things will gradually come to normal. Yeah, and there is general chaos in this society with this COVID. So Now no, you cannot travel anymore too much like before. So anyway, we are still trying to do our best and wait for Krishna for the results. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. I have questions. Thank you for the answer. I have like 3 or 4 questions, but I cannot avoid not asking anything concerning Kavikanapura Prabhu's question. It's a very, very serious concern. I personally have been having these doubts, but I still have the faith in the prediction that Krishna consciousness is going to reign for the next 10,000 years in Kali Yuga. It only depends who is going to partake in it and who is not going to partake in it. But when we look at how Srila Prabhupada's disciples helped him establish ISKCON for some of us to come and enjoy it, and we look at some of us, how we are not helping our gurus to help their guru is unimaginable. For instance, this platform is like one of I don't know if we have any other forum where we have many gurus at the same time on a platform like this. But look at the number of people here. So it's a problem.
Yes.
And like Kavikana Prabhu said, I always used to think that, the senior devotees. I just realized that I am also now one of the old senior devotees. So I have to try to live in such a way that people can see me and also learn something good from me. But my question is, Maharaj, you were talking about Bhishmadev praying to Krishna. He wanted to see Krishna in his Narayan form because that is his worshipable deity. And when Krishna appeared to his mother Devaki, he appeared as Narayan. And it is said that he appeared in his original form. But we as devotees know that Narayan actually came out of Krishna's body, not the other way around. But lots of Hindus today think that the Supreme Lord is Narayan, and then he assumed the form of Krishna. So how best do we preach to people that, no, Krishna is the one who actually begot Narayan and not the other way around? Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you for the question. I've also heard that many times from Hindus, so-called Hindus, that Narayan is superior to Krishna because Krishna is the 8th son of Devaki. But what they forget, because they don't read Srimad Bhagavatam. You don't read Srimad Bhagavatam. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that we have three Purusha avatars. Carudesna Vishnu or Mahavishnu. This is a gigantic form of Krishna, having some transparent, they call it some water coming from his body, and that perspiration fill the half of the universe, and he slept on that water, the causal ocean. Karana is called Karana. Karana means causal ocean. So he was there in kind of nidra, yoga nidra, meditation, and universes came out from his body. That is a broad way of explaining creation, not just like God created the earth and the sky and few other things, and the 6th day he took rest. No, not that creation. Universes came out from the body. Gigantic. Can you imagine universe coming about the pores of someone? Can you imagine the size of that person? Yes. So number one. Number two, again, he enters in each universe as Garbo Dakasai Vishnu. And actually, it's from that Vishnu that all the incarnations come. Ramachandra, Vamadev, all the incarnations come from that second Purushavata, Garbo Dakasai Vishnu. So those Hindus, they don't go to the shop, or they just hear story from the grandfather, like a story tale, that the only things they know that Krishna appears as the head son of Devaki. But originally, who is Krishna? Who manifested Gabodasa Vishnu himself? Who manifested Narayan? This Krishna is two-arm form. That part, they don't know it. Actually, it is in ISKCON that we can understand this. Other Hindus, they cannot understand that because they forgot that part. Just like the story of Buddha. Buddha just came and they say there is no God, and he rejected all the scriptures. But we don't know that Buddha is an incarnation of God. He came for a purpose to deceive the atheists. And when you say the scriptures are not good, there is no God, then people accept it as the fact that yes, there is no God. But why did he say like that? He was having a mission. So they don't know the other part of the story. You know, that's the thing. That's the way to explain to them. They don't believe because they don't know that aspect. They don't know it. Is that okay with you?
Yes, thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Thank you for that answer. If anybody has any other question, otherwise I have one more question, Maharaj. It is said that when Bhishma Dev took the vow to remain a celibate because he wanted to serve his father, the Devas considered that vow as terrible. And usually when we say something is terrible, it's like bad. But we know Brahmacharya is wonderful. So why would the Devas refer to his vow as being terrible? Hare Krishna. Right.
Oh, yes.
I do not want my wife to hear this, but I wish I can go back to my Brahmacharya days. It was peaceful. Hare Krishna.
Yes, the word terrible depends on the way you interpret it. Something terrible can be something fearful. Something terrible also can mean something very wonderful, very, yeah. See, so when the Bhishma Dev was addressed as a terrible vow, it's a positive sense. Not that the vow was not good. It was difficult to do. Difficult to do. He said, okay, I will not be a king, sit on the throne. When they asked him, okay, what about your, your sons or grandsons? He said, okay, if your doubts goes in that direction, then I will not even marry. Yeah, because if I marry, then I can talk about children and grandchildren. But in the first place, I will not marry. Then they say, yes, this vow is terrible. At your young age, to decide that you are not going to marry is very, very terrible. Because it's very difficult for them to do that. Yeah. So terrible does not mean necessarily that it is bad. Yeah. Something terrible. As they call him Bhishma, terrible vow, Bhishma.
Well, thank you, Maharaj. You're right, because I'm looking at the dictionary definition, and one definition says very serious or extreme. So it's a very serious vow. Yeah. It's a very extreme vow. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Any other question? You can raise your hand. Oh, I think somebody had a question in the chat room. George, Dr. George. Maharaj Bhakta George is asking, says, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. When we bring the life of Bhishma Dev into our lives today, we come across some devotees who also fought against ISKCON. Why did we end up expelling them from the movement if doing bad can also bring something good?
Okay. Yes, that's the fight of yesterday. Bhakti Maharaj explained very nicely. You know, apparently Bhishma Dev looked like it appeared that Bhishma Dev is a bad devotee fighting Krishna. No, it's a mood. Receiving arrows from Krishna was like kadama flowers. You see, and because of him, Krishna has to break his own vow. Krishna cannot do that only because of a pure devotee. Yeah. So if in ISKCON, devotee fight against ISKCON, that is pure Maya. This is Maya, complete Maya. That we must expel them from ISKCON. Yes. Based on what is fighting Krishna, for which purpose? Taking ISKCON to God, this is the Maya. So we cannot compare the life of Bhishma Dev and this devotees who have material agenda, and they take Krishna to court. And no, it's not the same. It's not the same. This is Maya. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Kavi Prabhu has a question. Shri Kavi.
Yes, yeah, I was just hearing about that argument. And also yesterday, like Maharaj was citing, sometimes if the devotee have some contrary opinion, then we think that is a serious Maya. And and like Maharaj was saying, sometimes it may lead to a situation where we expel them from ISKCON. I was attending this program by His Grace Frajal Bihari Prabhu, and this ombudsman program. Many devotees also, they were there in that program, like His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, his Prabhupada disciple, and Rukmini Mataji, who always give lecture on this platform also. They are present in that program. And Frajal Bihari Prabhu was explaining very nicely about how conflict comes. One thing about life is that we cannot avoid conflict. And he was mentioning about how conflict come about, that's assumptions. From sometimes we are assuming that this person is like this, or we are assuming that is so many people have assumption about ISKCON also. The way we dress, they start thinking also that we are abalis. So all these things are going to be there in the devotees community. So, but my question is that, yes, devotees may have contrary opinions. Some people may fight ISKCON, but what are we doing to minimize this in the ISKCON itself generally? Because see, organization, to move an organization and to grow it is not very easy. It's a very dynamic process because every day things is changing, just like Maharaj mentioned. Things have changed from one Prabhupada time. Now, things are changed, dynamism. Things are changing every day. And there's some things that if you don't make any move, they're going to be pushed out of the way. You cannot be static. Like Prabhupada's godbrothers, they were not accepting women in the ashrams. Prabhupada saw that if I don't do that, I cannot get this attention of all these people. Although we are not Prabhupada, but we can learn principles from Prabhupada, how Prabhupada instituted ISKCON. Prabhupada saw that if I don't accept women, I cannot move forward. He broke the principle of the previous Acharya, and he started the same thing with Bhakti Swami Maharaj. He saw that if I don't start high fast, how can I move this movement forward? So yes, we're not Prabhupada, but people are going to be having contrary opinion to whatever we think in ISKCON. And what are the things we are putting in place to make it holistic, for people, so that people don't go out to ISKCON to start their own, or because if we want to keep ISKCON for hundreds of 10,000 years, we have to be dynamic and we have to use intelligence. So I don't know, Maharaj, what do you have to say about this?
I understand you. You want to bring these 10,000 years today? Huh? Yeah, understand. You see,
See, if you don't move forward, they are going to push you away from the road. It's not like Catholic before.
Yes.
So strict, this. Before you know, America came, boom. Then you have Pentecostal here and there. So I don't know. I'm not trying to see the future of ISKCON. If we are still remaining so much, what can you do to make proper movements? I don't know. I just say my own. The same thing also the Maharaj was saying also in Australia. He started something in Australia and he was preaching and it's becoming successful. And so many people, it's an example. So Maharaj, I don't know what you think about this, please.
Yeah, you are right. And see, in the beginning you said that we don't just expel a devotee because I has different opinion. Having different opinion is one thing, but being against the principle of ISKCON, that is different thing also. That is, there's no, there is no compromise, yes. But just having different opinion, okay, that we can discuss. That's why we have ombudsman, as you mentioned. Yeah. Then again, your enthusiasm of wanting this movement to move forward, and see, we're very passionate about that. Yes, we are on it. We are on it. We are trying our best. We are trying our best. You can also join, no problem. Don't worry. Not saying that yes, I'm a Grihastha. No, you are also a leader. Yeah, you are a leader. Bhakti Thakur was a Grihastha, but it was a very powerful, Vaishnava, very powerful devotee. Yeah, so all of us, we have to join hands together and make this movement very powerful, very dynamic, and very successful. Not only one person. Prabhupada said, without you, my disciple, what can I do? Yeah. So we all have to come together. Togetherness is very important. We become strong if you are together. And from there, we can have a Sangha. When there is not much Sangha, the devotion service grows when there is a nice Sangha. Nice Sangha. Nowadays, there is less and less Sangha. We are getting more attracted by many things in the material world. So the Sangha is getting less and less and less and less. That's why we don't feel joy. We don't feel bliss. Krishna consciousness is escaping from us. You see, but again, we must go to the roots. In the beginning, all of us, we know how we are so happy, so dynamic, so serious, so humble. When you see any Vaishnava and any Vaishnavi, we are ready to pay obeisances. And now, the trick is that we have 10 days force ago. I was reading one book of Bhakti Maharaj on the Sistakam. He said, in Kali Yuga, everything reduces. Everything reduces, but only one thing is keep growing. Is a force ego. Everything reduces. Our intelligence, everything reduced. The only thing that keep growing fast is force ego. Yeah. So we depend on also how we join ISKCON and how we sustain our devotional service. When we are not very strong, then the tendency is to slow down, and we back up this slowing down with some kind of foolish philosophy, some many reasons why I must slow down. Yeah, this is illusion. This is Maya. So yes, we at least we are aware of that. If you have a problem, that you don't know that you have a problem, that you have a big problem, but at least if you know that there is a problem, at least the problem is solved at 50%. At least we know that there's a problem. The issue is there. Yes, from there, you can wake up and try to do the needful. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Like
what you say, Maharaj. See, me, I don't know how to popularize or try to advertise whatever I'm doing, but I always keep one principle of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in my mind. Mahaprabhu say, Krishna Padesh, Amhara Hagya Guru, Anataradesh. So that is principle I always follow. So because the way I live my life, we warrant people to ask me which religion you belong to. So I always create a chance to preach wherever I am. So I don't need to be in a particular area to preach. So I'm just trying to tell you. I mean, I don't like to come and be showing on the internet or to the group. No, so but that's the Chaitanya Prabhu principle. That is what he told. To them. As a
whenever you are, be a guru.
That is what they say. That is the Grihastha Dharma that Chaitanya Prabhu gave to the Grihastha. Krishna Upada. So that's I think I'm okay with that one for now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Well, I think Kavi Kondapura has shared some important concerns, and I would be suggesting that maybe at the appropriate time, our local leadership may arrange for some sort of like Ishtagosti where the Buddhists can come together and then we talk about these things, how to better, because without ISKCON, there is no me, there is no you, there is none of us. We are all here because of ISKCON.
Yes.
So, Kavikanda Puravapu, thank you very much. And Maharaj, thank you so much also.
Yeah.
Maharaj, if you have time, I have one more question.
Okay, last question.
I think I'm sick. I always have questions. But my question has to do with you were saying that we cannot choose where to be born. We cannot choose who our parents would be. We cannot choose any of such. Material nature dictates. But I know I've read that is what the scriptures say also. But because we are online, I won't mention them. But we once went to Chicago and we met one devotee. He's Srila Prabhupada's disciple. And he shared a story with us. He said he died. He was dead. And he saw himself in a different world. He was standing in front of somebody. And he understood that body to be Yamaraj. And so he said at that time, he was so pure, so sincere that he actually was telling Yamaraj all his activities on earth and what he deserves. And in African culture also, there is the same story shared and told. Because I lived with one teacher who was arguing with me that there is no reincarnation. But later on, he told me he was just joking with me because her daughter, when her daughter turned 3 years old, the daughter wanted to die because she said she wasn't feeling happy because she left her sister in the other world. So they did a consultation and it was revealed that she was going to die, and then when the woman gives birth, she will give birth to twins because she's going to bring her other daughter. And the story goes that the child came to that house because she used to pass by the place as a spirit. And then she saw that almost every time there were children playing in the house. So she felt this is a nice place to come, and so she came there. So this is somebody who has decided where to go. Of course, it's not in everybody's case. Like in the case of Bhishma, when they were Vasus, when they were punished and they were given option and they chose, so instead of coming as a devotee for a longer period of time, many births, we would like to just come one time, and they became, they were born, they died, even the same as Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. So my question is, in Vedic teachings, is it stated anywhere that a devotee, or sorry, a soul can also decide where to be born and how he's going to live his life. Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
It's kind of a long question. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I know that the last incarnation of Kali Yuga, Krishna, Kalki, already from the Srimad Bhagavatam, is a village, is a father, mother, everything already described. That is different. Avatars, incarnations, this is different. But generally speaking, because there is general rule for the mass of people, and they have specific rule for exceptional people. Yeah. So generally, nobody can choose his country where to born, or his continent, or his father's mother. Before you know, you and it is selected based on your desires and your karma. That the demigod, they do that. Yes. So it's like when we go to school, based on your mark and your tendency, they can transfer you to math section or physics section or language section based on your marks. Yeah. So the same thing. They generally people are born based on their past karma, but few ones, avatars, exceptional beings, they can choose. They can choose. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the law of karma, nobody can escape the law of karma. Yeah.
Maharaj, I know you said my question was the last question, but there is a question by Stephen Hallow 1, and he says, Hare Krishna Maharaj, I think devotee care needs to be revamped. Most people are losing interest in devotional activities because they feel not cared for.
Yeah.
My humble opinion, Sadhu, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
So his concern is devotees are living because they are not feeling cared for.
Yes. I think I saw one or 2 months back, His Holiness Kavishna Maharaj was encouraging devotees to join one devotee care seminar, I think. Yes. So it is good. Devotee care. Yeah, we have, as you said that we can use this forum to do some kind of, I think Kavikana Prabhu was saying, do some kind of iskatagosi to see how best we can move forward this movement, and also how to take care of this devotee care, because according to the question, many devotees are getting discouraged and leaving the movement. Yes, and we can also, from this forum, we can do something, devotee care seminar, like that, something like that. It's good proposition.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Kusha Prabhu can, and the organizers can think of kind of program like that.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada.
Okay. Jai. Well, we will ask all devotees to unmute, and then we all chant Hare Krishna to appreciate Maharaj. Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah, His Holiness Bhakti.
You unmute us. How is it possible?
Well, I thought you were all on mute. Sorry.
Babu, you are controlling us now. You didn't allow us to talk.
Okay, you're all unmuted. That's unmute.
Thank you for allowing me to unmute. Hare Krishna. I was wondering whether I committed some sin.
Now.
Who is that? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Oh, that sound was coming from George America.
Okay.
Hey, Kavi.
Yes, Prabhu.
You man, you fired up the the class. Thank you so much.
No, Sada Prabhu. See, one thing is that during Prabhupada's time or during